Hey, let me in. I want to talk about this. So, what's up, everybody? This is OE Sun and Joy. The title tonight is what, what I'm saying, are women cut out for polyamorous or polygamous relationships? So, I feel this is going to be a good one. Y'all, please press two if you've already shared this. Also, make sure you drop this in your feed and whatever, and share it with two people. I mean, yeah, what's your city and state? What's your city and state? What's your team zodiac sign? So, Joy, what's your city and state? What's your team zodiac?
Detroit, Michigan, Team Sagittarius.
Bam, bam. Were you at the Detroit Psychedelic Conference?
I was not this year, no,
Where were you?
unfortunately.
We were in your backyard.
I know. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well that weekend. It didn't work out.
Oh, we had something for you when you got there. You should have just came on through.
I know.
We,
I'm
we,
sorry I missed it.
we were fixing attitudes and everything. You know what I'm saying? We had all this covered.
I'm sure. I heard nothing but great things.
And we did it for two type of people: the people who were coming and the people who were going to miss it. So the people who missed it, we wanted to make sure that they were salty.
Y'all succeeded.
Yeah,
Y'all
we wanted
succeeded.
jokers to be like so upset about this one right here. So I'm just inviting some folks on Instagram, but I'm ready to get to it. So you had sent me a question earlier tonight, and you was like, "Can I pick your brain?" And I was like, "We might as well go ahead and put this all the way out there." So
Stepped in it. I stepped in it.
yeah. But a lot of folks needed to see what you were asking, right? And so what you asked was my post about relationships, what we don't like, had me in my thoughts today. So that part that she is talking about, I was asking about people. Yes, what is it that you don't like about relationships? And that joint is getting a whole bunch of 83 comments so far.
I was surprised at some of the responses.
What okay, so first off, yeah, what were you surprised about as far as the responses? Before we get into why you know what I'm saying? Because like this is part one, and then you want to know about polygamy and polyamory, but I want to know why were you surprised about some of the comments right here?
Because to me, some of the responses seem to be completely contradictory to what relationship is. Like, I think I saw, I don't like to compromise. I don't like to share space. I don't like to. And I'm like, okay, so you don't like relationships,
Right,
clearly.
right.
um, so yeah, that's kind of the feeling I got from some of them. I mean, a lot of it was expected. I think as far as struggles in relationships, definitely, but just some of the responses was like, yeah, you don't sound like you want a relationship at all.
Oh, you must didn't see my Instagram feed because they going in over there too. I
Oh, really?
oh, I posted the same question on Instagram. I don't know if I'm logged in or not. Oh yes, I am. Ooh, that's nice right there. Okay, Nico. Yes. So I posted that earlier today, and I put asking for a friend and don't judge me. I don't like sleeping in the same bed. Uh, give me my space. When you start to take my time for granted, my needs. I think that's valid though. I think people do that,
True.
right? But I want to know. So how did this question turn into this right this right here? You said, do you know many women who are polyamorous but with more than one husband? Or maybe the right thing to ask would be, do you come across women often who aren't set out for monogamous relationships?
Yeah.
This getting ready to be good right now. This is
This shit about to get me in trouble. Is what it's about to
no, you
do.
straight. Yeah.
So basically, I read the question, and I think my response was that I don't like the amount of people I have to curb in response to being in relationship. And what I meant by that was, in your journey through life, you meet different people that accommodate, or they seem to fit like puzzle pieces into certain sections of your life. They suit certain needs, certain desires in your life, and it may not be all encompassing, but you can only give very limited energy to those people because you're in relationship. Now, not necessarily saying that you want to be physically intimate with them or anything like that, but when you're in a relationship, you have to set these boundaries, and there's these restrictions. And I think that's what I really don't like about being in a relationship, because I like to meet people and get knowledge and insight and feed off of the energy and build with people all over. So that was what my response to your post was. But then go ahead and write. Go ahead and write. Take notes. I'm ready. I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go in on me. Um, but as far as my question to you, I wonder if that rules out, being in a monogamous relationship. I mean, it does take a certain type of person for you to partner with, for them to be secure enough for you to build these other relationships with people. Again, it doesn't have to be physically intimate relationships, but just, we all know that you can build strong emotional relationships with people of the opposite sex, maybe people of the same sex, and it can make your partner insecure or, unhappy. So that's really where that question came from. Like, if that's something that's such a strong desire, does that mean that you shouldn't try to be in a monogamous relationship? And I know
So
that's a lot of words, but
one, I love this. So
uh-oh.
here we go. So it's funny because this is in the air right now. Okay, this is in the air what people are asking about. My cousin said communication. He's over on Instagram, right? So I normally don't like answering questions with questions, but I like to lead people to their own answers. Number one, where did the restrictions come from? So when you said the thing I don't like about relationships is I have to curb so many things outside of my relationship that I normally would enjoy if I wasn't in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, when I have to curb something over here as I interact because I'm over here with this person, it goes back to what you said, insecurity. Let's start there first before I drop the bomb on you with the second part. Why do you have to curb your relationships with people that you're interested in, that you find intriguing, that they have things of value that they can pour into your cup? Why do you have to curb them, Joy? Because you're in a relationship. Why? Just because you're in a relationship, why you gotta curb them? And be specific. Don't speak for women. Be specific.
Okay, to be specific, because I'm dealing with a partner with ego, with pride, and I mean, I guess underneath all of that, some insecurity. And in order, I think, to keep the peace in the relationship, you got to do some curbing.
Oh, so you feel that keeping the peace is worth sacrificing your authenticity?
Look, that's why I was posing the question.
You see how I'm just hitting the
Because
chin slowly as he hits the chin slowly. Let me repeat it for the people in the back because somebody else is going through this right now. A few million other women are going through this. You feel that keeping the peace, the cost of keeping the peace is you being inauthentic.
I suppose so. But see, it made me think that, if the goal is monogamy, then I think that brings some of that out of your partner, because there's certain expectations there, right? Versus if you were in a polygamous relationship, or someone who is more open-minded to like polyamory or something like that, you don't see those same insecurities. So it's like, okay, if this is really what walking in my authenticity looks like, should I be even trying to be in a monogamous relationship?
Why can't harmony and authenticity be the goal of the relationship versus monogamy or polygamy?
Good question. Good question. And it would be a question I would ask. But
No, you know that, but you know the answer. See, you answered this. This is at the core because you're coming in with these two choices. Do I got to be polygamous or do I got to be monogamous? Well, the question really is, do I have to be authentic? Do I have to be radically honest?
well, see, it's funny because as a female asking the question, I feel like it has to be polygamous because I don't know. I've never met a male, like alpha male, who didn't have that same like ego, pride,
And insecurity.
insecurity.
Alpha males have insecurities, and beta males don't.
I've
Is that
never
what
heard
you're saying?
anyone
Is
word
that
it
what
that
you're
way or say it that way.
It's okay. That's why I'm asking for clarity. Are you saying that alpha males have insecurities?
I'm not saying that by definition. I'm saying from experience, it seems to be the case.
So then they're not alpha males.
Mm.
Why are they insecure about you being with someone else to get a particular need met that they aren't providing? And you authentically told them, I need this need met, gave you an opportunity, and you can't feel it. Are you supposed to go without that need being met?
No, no. But does pride and ego always have insecurity as the underlying factor? Can it just be pride and ego?
Pride and ego is a sign of spiritual immaturity. So, with that, let's put a pin right there. Boop. Are women cut out for polyamorous or polygamous relationships? Now, really, if you are just saying something to keep the peace, if you're saying something just to keep the peace in a monogamous relationship, there's absolutely no way you're cut out for a polyamorous or polygamous relationship because now you have to keep the peace with more people by being more of an Academy Award winning actress.
Mm.
Because that's what you are at this point. And there are millions of black women, I said, that are Academy Award winning actresses who say this lie right here. You ready for this lie? What Nicole Smith says? Because you love them. No, you don't.
Oh.
You act because you love them. You are inauthentic because you love them. You don't want to stand in your truth and be radically honest because you love someone else enough to be inauthentic with yourself. Together now.
Yeah.
That sounds like some yeah, no.
I think when you ask a woman, she's going to say it's love because of sacrifice.
Sacrifice for what?
For love.
No, love is a verb. You all don't know what love means. You all don't know what love means. That's the part that I've always been striving. That's why you came to ask me. Because most black conscious people in the quote unquote woke community, in the magic community, you study all these metaphysical things. You want to say, what do I do with this Moldavite oil? Where do I put this at? Where do I take this manifestation blend that I got from the magical mystic? This is root chakra oil. What do I do with this? But you don't know how to tell the truth. You don't know what love is, but you will spend all this money on oils. You'll spend money on statues to put on your altar. You have all these crystals up. You have all this jewelry on. But you don't. But you won't know what love is. You won't know what love is You won't know what trust is. You won't know what sex is used for. And you just dumping all this useless money around a facade, a false narrative. That's what it's all a story. So there's a true story and then there's a false story. So the false narrative around what love is, what love looks like,
Mhm.
has yet to be written. It has been written, but it's been scratched out and has so many things written over it. So let's go to a chalkboard, write something down, scratch over it, write something else, scratch over it. We ain't never erased nothing. And that's been going on for 300, approximately 300 years. What does that board look like right now? A hot mess, right?
A mess. A mess. So
So
are we able to do some uncovering of that now in this live?
if we have confidence, so that's why women aren't cut out really for polygamy or polyamory because they have no confidence. If you lie in a monogamous relationship, you're going to take that habit over into a polygamous relationship. Adding partners to it is not going to make you more honest. Oh, I said that.
Oh, you did. You did.
How,
You did.
because listen, the reason I'm coming at the women is because some woman is like, well, is a man cut out? Well, honey, that's the same argument. If this man can't be honest with one woman, if he can't satisfy this one woman, what's he doing with two?
Right.
So I look over here and look at this woman in her face and be like, if you can't be honest with the one man you with, what evidence do we have that you're gonna be honest with two men? As my man said, Disney programming. Disney, we're acting as, you know what I'm saying? We're acting as children. So somebody finally asked a good question. My other Charles sister, Team Charles in the building, Only Funke say, so what is love? So let me go ahead and write this down for folks and put it in the chat room.
They gather around, children.
Look, gather around, look. And Omi Funke, this is from her teacher, Rod Nefer Amen. Love is giving, seeking nothing in return. Take that. Wah wah. Boom. Nah, look. Bam. Love is giving, seeking nothing in return. Okay? Let's just be quite clear. Because this is, you know who does this? Who says this example all the time, Joy?
Who says love is giving?
No, who is the example? What example can we find every day of who does this every day, 24 hours a day?
Mothers.
No, mothers don't love 24 hours. Mothers want your obedience. Mothers come to you and say, I'm your mama. So she wants something in return for her love. So no, mothers don't show this 24 hours. Who shows this?
Nature.
No, God. God made nature. God. Which is nature. That's kind of like the same, but God loves you even if you don't believe in God, even if you say there is no God, even if you break the 42 laws of Ma'at, even if you break the 10 commandments, even if you sin against the Torah or the Quran, God lets you keep doing what? Breathing.
Doing it, living, breathing.
Breathing. Breathing. God gave you, he said, God breathed breath into man and made him a living soul. So if God breathed breath into man and made him a living soul, God started the process. If the breath goes away, you die. That's incorrect or correct, right?
Correct.
So God could stop you from breathing as soon as you disobey, right?
True.
But he doesn't. He doesn't. He lets you keep on breathing. He lets you keep on polluting the earth. He lets you keep on raping women. He lets you keep on lying on men about child support and the baby not even theirs. He lets all of the foolishness go on planet Earth. That's love. We humans have not begun to love ourselves yet, or nobody else for that matter, because we always want something in return. Always. Always. We want something in return. We haven't felt what giving is because we really don't appreciate God like that. When God is showing the example, we really not following that example. We're really not following that example like that. We're not. We're not because we like, yo, I said, wait a minute. I love you. You cheated on me. What's wrong with you? Well, wait a minute. If you love me, what does it matter who I'm having sex with? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Here we
So,
go. Talk
so
about it.
basically, saying sacrifice is some sort of like a twisted version, like a twisted
It's a lie.
narrative.
There is no sacrifice in love. If I'm just giving, there is no sacrifice. Because if I got two parties that are both giving, then that means we're pouring into each other's cup. There's no sacrifice. There's more. Who got to sacrifice? Why does there God isn't saying, Joy, you can't have something because I got to sacrifice for you of what I gave to OE. There ain't no God ain't sacrificing. We don't believe in abundance. That's why, and the black woman in America who has been programmed to believe in monogamy, which does not work on a fundamental level, she does not really believe in abundance. She believes in scarcity. This is my man. I only can get this one man. This man is for me. Oh my God, he cheated on me. It's the end of the world. Where's your focus at? Is your focus on God? Why your focus ain't on God? If your focus was on God versus her vagina, see, in Islam, it's called shirk. Shirk is when you put anything beside Allah. So, like in those Islamic countries, if you have these words up on a building and it says Allah, you can't have anything on either side of it. Like it's against the law. It's called shirk. You have to have it. You could write something underneath here. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't put something beside it. Like I couldn't put the picture of my nephew beside God's name. I could put it down here like that. So we put the vagina, and women put the vagina and dick over God here in North America. Sad to say. As soon as we put God back over dick and vagina, because some women think their vagina is more powerful than God. But your vagina can't give me the resources God can. And my dick can't neither. So we all got our priorities jacked up. So we really ain't cut out for no relationships. Tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She says, your mother wanted something in return for her love. You sure? I know my mother did. My mother wanted to blackmail me. I'm a coach. I have thousands of clients. I have women come to me all the time and tell me how their mother is blackmailing them. With listen to me, no matter what, I'm your mother. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there are blackmail mothers out here for days who really are ignorant and immature and want their child who's smarter than them, more spiritually mature than them, to listen to them. Just because I'm your mama, they have done no merit. They ain't put up, they ain't went through nothing. Now, and they actually have moved in with their daughter, or with their son, and are like, yeah, I gave birth to you, so you owe me, nigga, until I die. That's not love. And the reason you're laughing and looking up out of your eyes is because you're like, I know people like that.
True. True.
Yes. Now
I
hold
mean,
on.
if nothing else, we want respect back.
You ain't, but they're not giving respect. The mamas ain't giving respect, and they haven't taught their children what respect is, and they don't respect their children. So why should they?
Got
This
too often.
this earth we live on is such a two-way street. This earth we live on is such a two-way. This yin and yang. But we don't, but we tried to, you know what I'm saying, block one side out. We block one side out, just make it my way. Because we bought the Disney programming that we're supposed to live in lack. And then when you love openly, then you can be honest about things. And when you can be honest about things and be authentic about things, then you deserve to be polygamous or polyandrous. because otherwise you you messing up households twice as fast. The people that's in monogamous relationships that don't know what they're doing, that don't have the skills, men and women, men, if you didn't have a plan for the woman, let her ass stay with her daddy. At least the daddy had a plan. Don't be going to pull her out of her daddy house who had a plan. Get over here with you. You put some babies in her, and nigga, you ain't got no plan. Don't do that. Let her stay over there. Sisters, if your mama, or I don't care where you got it from, if ain't nobody taught you how to respect a man, follow instructions, support a man, really know how to nurture a man, and do all that for yourself, and understand that you really do need a man that's not your father, because you can't have sex with your father, you need a man to have sex with, then you stay home. You stay home. Don't just go and be like, I love this story, right? It's a true story. Women come up to me and they say, "You ever been married?" I said, "No." She said, "You want to?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "But a woman asked me to marry her one time, right?" And I was like, she just came out the blue. She just called me and was like, I'm gonna come over to the house. I want to holler at you. I was like, okay. Came over to the crib. We chopping it up, smoked a little something. This was years ago. This is a true story. She was like, "We should get married." I was like, "Wait, what?
We should.
We should?" Put it down on key. Why do you think I'm looking crazy?
I can't see it.
Anyway, so I said, "What?" She said, "Yes. Will you marry me?" I'm like, "We ain't had sex. I ain't got no feelings for you. Like, you went to school with my cousin. That's how I know you. Like, and I done gave you a couple books of mine to read. But what you mean?" And she just kept saying, "This would be wonderful. This would be wonderful. You and I should get married. You and I should get married. You and I should get married." And I was like, 30 minutes. I just wasn't feeling right, right? I wasn't gonna say yes for no way, shape, or form first, but then I just kept asking, and guess what? She finally confessed.
What was it?
I'm not gonna have to pay my $50 storage on the stuff that I have in storage right now every month. See, I have some stuff in storage, and I pay $50 a month for the storage. But if we get married, we get a house, and I won't have to pay that storage because all my stuff will be in our house.
I propose to you over $50 a month? Is that what you tell me?
Is anybody looking at my face? Look like I'm joking here. Is anybody looking at my face look like I'm trying to make this story up?
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Why apologize? I ain't listen. She was honest, and she taught me a lesson. In honesty, people teach lessons. And I was just like, oh, she showed me how she thinks. So what I keep telling people is trust what people show you. Trust what people show you. And some of the women on here that's saying, what the hell? You know a sister, listen, you know a sister who is with a nigga right now so he can take care of her stuff and her bills. What'd you say, Joy?
Truth.
Joy, you stay in Detroit. One more time to people in the back.
Hey, truth.
Over off of 8 Mile. Over off of 6 Mile.
Be looking for it. That's the goal.
Over off of Woodward by the park. Huh. Don't tell me. That's some real spit. Oh, wait. I gotta go turn my oven on. Hold on. We over here got some mycology going on.
Uh-oh, what you cooking?
Hold on.
Keisha, this is what happens when you send Baba Oye a question. He's gonna put you on blast on the line.
I ain't put nobody on blast. Look at all these sisters on here got questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, teach. Somebody blue loopy whoop said I can deal with being in a polyamorous relationship, but too often honesty doesn't occur, and then trust get effed up, and then everything goes out the window. So why did you get in a polyamorous relationship when honesty doesn't occur?
Right.
That's a question I got for her and everybody else. If you want to come on here, sister, and answer that, Blue Lupe, hold on. Come on here, Blue Lupe. If you want to come on here live and answer that question, we would love to hear why. Because I'm not going to ask her for all women. I ain't going to ask Joy why you would do that. Because
I
you.
want to answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, not for me personally, but I think that in general, sometimes we start looking at polygamy or polyamorous relationships as a fix for dishonesty, which is not. But we kind of feel like, okay, well, if we give you this little measure here, that it'll fix the situation. But you spoke on it earlier, like that's not a solution for dishonesty.
Oh, and this sister right here, she said, that's why self-love should come first. A lot of y'all don't know what self-love is. When you even say self-love, you can't have self-love unless you have. Let me say this right here. Honesty precedes self-love. Radical honesty with yourself and others at all times is the prerequisite for self-love. You can't have self-love if you don't have honesty with yourself and others. I love me enough to tell Joy the truth all the time. So if you're not going to tell the truth to yourself, it's easy for you to lie to me because you ain't telling yourself the truth. If you lying to me, you've already been practicing lying to yourself. I don't need you. So when you came on here, you said if I ask Baba Oye, he gonna be a straight shooter, right?
Yep.
So how did I become a straight shooter?
I mean, no holds barred. You ask the real questions.
Practice.
Practice.
I'm a straight shooter because I practice being a straight
Oh,
shooter.
that didn't come naturally to you?
No, because I was where you used to be. I was where you are now. I used to be so worried about telling somebody the truth in a relationship that they may leave me. I had abandonment issues. I was stuck up in, I was a square. I was worried about if she took the pussy from me, then I would be in trouble. So I had to lie so I could keep getting the pussy. So I didn't want to sleep on the couch. I believed in all of those things that were false narratives, the Disney programming. I was in all of that. So I wasn't a straight shooter. I would shoot game. I would spit game to try to get some booty just to tell you anything, but just so you would give me some coochie. And that was toxic and traumatizing and sickening to my soul. And then once I realized I had to be honest to myself at all times. All times. The word is right here on my wall. Allow. All. The first three letters of allow, Joy. Help me out. What is the first three letters of allow?
I think that says all.
Yes, for $100. For $100. That's what it says right here. Allow for the people on for the folks right over here. Allow. You see that? All allow. All the time. If you ain't honest all the time, then guess what? You got a chink in your armor. You got a chink in your armor. And this is why I'm not sure women are cut out for this polyamorous or polygamous. And this was the other piece I want to bring up because I asked someone today. Someone said, oh, you seen, and I'm going to ask you, Joy, this
No.
is really good because you haven't had this question posed to you before because I haven't asked you. I don't even know you like that. Do I seem like the type of brother who's only going to have one woman? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because I feel like it takes a lot to deal with you, to be honest. I feel like you ready to spread some of that energy out, if that makes sense.
So you're saying that monogamy probably wouldn't fit me, right?
I mean, that's how it comes off, yeah.
Absolutely. Even though you've never seen me out here with two chicks somewhere kissing, both of them kissing me on the cheek. Like there's no photo, there's no evidence of that anywhere on the internet, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Absolutely. And so a sister earlier today, she said the same thing. And I said, okay. And then she said, would you be open to your partner having more than one partner?
Okay.
So I only date women. So obviously she's talking about a woman having other partners.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I asked was, is she built for it?
Mm-hmm.
Or does she want to do it so she can compete with me?
Mm-hmm.
See, most women who ask that question, they just want to do it because the man is doing it. They don't really want another nigga. They don't really want another woman. They get caught up doing poly because he said he wanted to do poly. He don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing about it. You don't know how to do monogamy. He don't know how to do monogamy. Both of y'all are liars. And then they go to what you just said. Obviously, me getting another girl is going to fix what's wrong with this relationship,
Right.
which is total BS. Total BS. Now, why would you want to give another partner just because I'm going to have another woman? But you really don't want to do it. You know why, Joy?
What's that?
Because jokers ain't authentic. Jokers are women, because of the beauty industry and plastic surgery, are practicing inauthenticity to the tune of billions of dollars a year.
Ouch. True.
Wigs, weaves, eyelashes, brows, butts, lips, breasts. Niggas ain't spending that money on that. We spending a little money on hair, white men are. But most times we just cut it all off and we just go on about our business.
Hey, some of these black men with these spray hairlines too, though. Just throwing it out there.
Not like
Ain't
y'all.
always innocent.
Ain't oh no, that's 1% to 99% is innocent. It don't add up. It don't add up to $10,000 a year. It don't even add up to $10,000 a year. What these hairline cats is, they just got out of prison anyway, so it doesn't matter. They just got out of prison.
You ain't right. That ain't right.
The nail, the mani-pedi industry. Why aren't women just happy with the nails that they have? Why aren't they just happy with the hair they have? Why aren't they happy with the lashes they have? Why aren't they happy with the breasts they have? And then when they aren't happy, why don't you go to therapy so you can get happy? Versus, because I could take the same money I spent in beauty supplies and put it on therapy and learn to love myself.
Look, I'm not the right one to even speak on that one.
Yes, you are.
I got fake lashes on right now as we speak. And if you ask me about it, I'm going to say that it is my choice of adornment for myself. Like, okay, so, I mean, I like the way I look, but I feel like this is how I choose to adorn myself. This is the look I like. So I might not be the best person to have that conversation with.
Do you like the look that doesn't have the eyelashes?
I like it.
Which one do you like more?
I like my lashes.
And there we have it. And there we have it. So now, hold on. Now we have to dig down into the root and find out why you like the lashes more than your authentic look. Once we find that, so who, where, and when did it switch that you got in that adornments to what I already naturally God gave me have, I like better than what the Creator Himself blessed me with? Once, and that's true shadow work. And that's why people are not cut out for polyamorous or polygamous relationships until they do some shadow work. Because then it becomes a team trauma drama instead of just a one-on-one trauma. Now it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 2-on-2 trauma. Me and you got trauma bonding. I go bring in another sister.
Mm.
You go get another dude. And now it's trauma bonded like this. This is stronger than this. When that joker hit like that, this is stronger. There's more fibers in it. Polyamory is like this. Because now you can date 3 guys, I can date 4 women, but none of us have ever really got down to pull the trauma out. And now we want to ask, do I know many women who are polyamorous, but with more than one husband? Can you handle one husband? And here's the thing. So I'm gonna answer your question finally. Do I know many women who are polyamorous, or people may not, people may be like, what are you looking at? I'm looking at this right here. Do I know many women who are polyamorous but with more than one husband? The answer is no, because they are afraid to be authentic. They feel exactly like you feel. I've got to. Let me get my notes. I've got to. I got to make sure that I don't step on his insecurities. He's got ego and pride issues. I got to keep the peace. Joy. Why would you be in a relationship with OU or any man where the responsibility to keep the peace was on you? Oh my God, I'm asking some heavy
I
questions.
mean, it's not completely on me, but I mean, I take my part in it.
But Joy, if you wanted to date another guy because the guy you was with wasn't supplying all the needs, and you seen this other guy and had a really, really, really strong attraction to him, and it brought you peace being around him, and then you said no to yourself, aren't you not keeping your own peace first?
I don't know if it's that simple.
It is. No, the question is, I don't know why people make it so complicated.
Right, because I mean, I'm not even necessarily trying to date more than one person. There's just certain parts of your relationship with other people that you want to build in, you want to put energy into, that I feel like the relationships we've gotten accustomed to, the type of relationships, the narrative that we've been walking in, doesn't allow for.
Who wrote the narrative?
That beats me.
Oh no.
I feel like it's an old narrative. It's a very old narrative.
Once you pick up the script and start reading from it, it's yours. You can also pick up the pen and start writing a new narrative. So do you eat pork?
Yes.
What's something that you did as a child that you don't do now because it's unhealthy?
I had a very healthy childhood. I think it's reversed now.
Oh, so you're the wrong one to answer. My bad.
We being honest, right?
Yes, we are. Thank you. You're doing really good, right? I'm gonna have to hit you on your Cash App, even though mine don't work. Now I'm gonna have to send you something mentally, some spiritual ancestor money or something. So where I have to speak for myself. I grew up eating chitlins, pork chops, smoked sausage, liver pudding, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. But I don't now. I made the decision because that's what a mature adult does. They make a decision to change. My father had an outhouse. I don't have an outhouse. I got 3.5 bathrooms in this house right now. Alhamdulillah. You know what I'm saying? Allahu Akbar. I got four toilets in this house. I ain't never got to go far before I drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that I can change, but all of a sudden when I see a narrative that I know is wrong as rain that somebody else wrote that didn't even work for them, and then they gave it to me and said, do this. That's kind of goofy. That's my new word, goofy. Why would I do something goofy like that? Why would I follow something unsuccessful from somebody else? How many of y'all are doing things goofy? What up, Mooney? Okay, I got one hand. Press one if you're doing something goofy. Let's just go ahead and get some. Come on, y'all.
Come on, y'all, be honest.
Come on.
I don't want
Okay,
to be
so
the only one today.
that's right. That's right. That's right. As we wait for the ones to come in, somebody says, "Oh, what does Master Gibson and Master Asaria say about polyamory?" Does it matter what they say? Because they're not. To me, they're not monogamous or polyamorous. They happy because you don't know what they're doing in their relationships. They say you should be honest in your relationships. They and so I see when I see them, I see radical honesty in two very wealthy millionaires. That's what I see when I see them. It doesn't matter to me. That's our problem. What does somebody else say about polygamy? What does Master Yao? What does Baba Kalimbe? What does Phil Valentine? What does Bobby Hennett? What does all these other people say about? What do you say about you, fool? What do you say about your chart? Where's your Venus at? Where's your Venus at? Your Venus tells you what your relationship language is. I've done the same video 50 times just with different titles. You ain't got to do nothing but go to your. Hold on, what my man? Hold on. Oh my God, you about to look at this right here. You getting ready to be like, where is this right here? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Watch this right here. Woo-wee. Wait. Joy is like, what's he getting ready to show now?
Yeah.
Hold on. Gotta get that. Oh, nah. Over here. Whoops. No, wait. Come on, man. Back up. There we go. Tell me what you see here, Joy. I just want you to look at this picture and tell me what you see.
Hey, are they running in or running out?
Just keep looking. Tell me everything you see about this picture, Joy. Break it down for me.
Okay, so the doorway leading to a poly or open relationship is empty, and the doorway towards people headed towards cheating is in abundance. They knocking each other over, getting to it.
And what else? Tell me
Um,
what's the difference between the doors?
One has been pulled off the hinges, and the other one's just wide open, easy
And
access.
no traffic.
No
No
traffic.
traffic whatsoever. Let's I wonder how many comments this had. It has over 1.8 thousand shares. It's got more shares than it has comments. And he asked one question.
What's that say?
But why? Why are you busting down the door? Why are you tearing the door off the hinges to go cheat? But you could be in a poly or open relationship and have it's no traffic over here.
Gotcha.
I don't even want to scroll down some of the answers. I'm gonna just go over here and see who was honest with their ones. We're just gonna go over here and see who's been goofy. Thank you for being honest, Jackie. Thank you, Shanta, for being honest. Thank you, Shanika, for being honest. Who is this? I'm doing a few goofy things. Thank you for being honest.
Where
Science.
the man at? Where the man at with the goofy behavior?
Men really don't come. Like, what does it matter? Why aren't you applauding?
Because I want to know.
For what? What's that going? Is that going to change what you're doing?
Not at all.
Right. Ava. I don't know what it means. I can't do them. I listen. Who answering? Who answering? That's how they do.
Because we got to heal together, OE.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. When you on your menstrual cycle, I don't want to go through that with you.
Oh my goodness. That's another live. That's a whole nother live. That's a whole nother live. I promise.
I do. You know some men that want to go through your menstrual cycle with you.
No, I'm sure y'all don't want to go through it. I feel like you have to.
Why do I have to go through your menstrual cycle with you? It's not my menstrual cycle.
Because we here together.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I ain't signed up for that. Who told you to sign up? What script are you reading from? Listen,
See,
when you get with
and
him,
that's why we said you would probably be in a polygamous relationship.
what you mean?
Because, like, you would be like, this ain't my struggle. And you could just, you know.
Oh, well, let me give you clarity. Your microphone's going out. I don't know if you blocked the microphone. Let
Okay.
me give you clarity. Me in any relationship. So I study the vagina more than most women. That's out here on this line right now. So your menstrual cycle is not supposed to last more than 1 or 2 days. So I know this. Women don't. I know what to do for you to get your menstrual cycle down to 2 days or less. So the women I'm talking about, I ain't dealing with your menstrual cycle, is because you can't listen. You want to have a long menstrual cycle because in the narrative it says 6 to 7 days of giving this nigga hell because he with you and we here together. No, no. I already rewrote it. And it ain't just Dr. Sabi or it's so many, it's so many folks out here that have shown us how to help women with their menses to get it down to what it normally is supposed to be. But the Disney programming got y'all believing in monogamous relationships, cheating, long periods, and death,
Okay.
and scarcity. Black women believe in death. You are afraid of the things you believe in. So women are afraid of dying. They're afraid of not completing things before they die. And then they superimpose that on the folks that are in it with them together. Versus me, I'm going to be in something where I superimpose immortality, healing, wealth, wisdom, fun, harmony, international travel, multiverse travel, God first. I'm superimposing that and I'm receiving resistance on a large scale basis, which is why I'm single, ain't got one girlfriend, much less two, because I'm not going for the goofy okey doke. So they look to me and they say, oh, well, since he won't put up with one woman, and that's the kind of definition you just put on poly. Poly
Jesus.
means poly means to you what you just said is, well, he got more than one, so when one is getting on his nerves, he can go over there with the other one.
I did. I did just say that.
Honey, you were being honest. Trust me, there's a whole lot of women. How many of you women agree with Joy? That's what y'all definition of poly is. When y'all think about ye being poly, y'all think the same thing.
I'm sorry.
One of you agree, zero of you disagree. Yes. Now, earlier, somebody, Venus in the sixth house in Scorpio. This might be one of my students because this person already knows in the sixth house, they like service. In Scorpio, they got loyalty and the person better not lie to them. This person is also someone who digs deep into other people's business, but don't tell you much about their relationships. Now I know whether I want to date her or not. And guess what? I also know what she brings to the table and what her relationship language is. I would rather deal with her than deal with somebody who can't even tell me anything about their Venus. Thank
Mm,
you, Kylie.
I gotta look mine up.
Hold on. What's your last? What's the two digits in the middle of your social?
1 5
And what's the last three numbers of your zip code?
180.
And the first number of your password on your telephone.
8.
Now you got all these things memorized that ain't even got nothing to do with you personally, but you don't even know where your Venus is at.
I know, tis.
Look where our priorities at. Look where the black women's priorities are.
I need help navigating my chart. Like, I pulled it up. I have it
Oh,
in
oh,
my
oh,
phone. I'm
oh,
pulling it
oh,
up
oh,
right
oh,
now,
oh,
but I
wait,
need help
wait, wait,
navigating it.
wait, wait. Your man's supposed to be encouraging you to know where your stuff is at in your chart. I said it. All you ladies looking at me, why is you with a nigga who not encouraging you to know that your chart and his astrologically? Because if you in a relationship and you ask him, are you married? Have you been married? How many kids you got? Have you been divorced? Do you have you cheated on a person? Do you have felonies? You ain't asking nothing about his relationships. And now I have to call y'all goofy. Why you ain't asking him about something he can't deny? When's your birthday, ho? I'll be right back. What? Yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. What you doing? Where my iPad at?
I think I pulled his too.
Yeah, but you ain't got it memorized. You know your social, you know your zip code, you know your passcode, but you don't even know the most intimate thing about polyamory and polygamy. Before you even start talking about it, it's the planet Venus. You see how I said it like that? When somebody tell you something, they be like, that means they done said it over and over. They be like, it's the planet Venus. And this is the crazy part. When I be like, yeah, I'm into astrology, and somebody be like, yeah, me too. I say, oh, really? Before I can even ask them a question, what do they say? My sun's in Taurus, my moon's in Libra, my rising sign is Virgo. That's all you got? Then shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Goofballs, as Netta says. You don't know, that's all you know, and you want me to be impressed by giving me 2/13 of the information. There's 13 planets. If I put the rising sign in there, that's 14 positions. And if I do the position and the sun and the sign and the house position, that's 14 times 2 is 28. You told me 3/28 of something, and I'm supposed to be impressed. Gone somewhere. That's like if you told me that you grew up on Woodward, you stay on 8 Mile, and you like eating gummy bears. And then I
Nothing.
and then I ask you like, I'll be like other stuff, and then you be like, well, I already told you everything about me. You grew up on Woodward, you stay on 8 Mile, and you used to like gummy bears. And now I'm supposed to figure everything else out from that. Goofballs. Goofballs. That's what it's a bunch of goofballs over here. Oh, I gotta get to some of these comments over here. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Janelle says I have a high sex drive than most of my boyfriends, but they still gonna wait. Oh, she was talking about this. She was talking about time and precious enough to find someone else to do for 5 days without sex to build a happy home. Ladies, why is you with a dude who can't go 5 days without sex? If your man can't respect something that's been going on before he was born and is gonna go on for eternity, who's the goofball? Him or the person who said, I'm gonna give you some of this water. Let me open my legs up to you.
I swear to God.
Here you go. Here you go. Take some of this wop. What you mean? Take some of this wop. Why he want some of the wop? I wouldn't want none of the wop. I don't want the wop. You would even accept me if I can't go 5 days without some coochie. Especially if you are let me get myself together. Oh yeah, I like that one right there. Wait a minute. especially if you are cleansing, you're cleansing your body. And I just am not, I ain't got enough sense. I ain't got enough sense to be like, I can wait a couple of more days. To me, that's super goofball. I mean, would you agree or disagree?
Agreed.
Okay, here's my question then. Why are women dating goofballs? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I take it back. Why are women sacrificing for goofballs?
Wow. Savage.
Wait. I gotta cross my legs. Okay, go, your turn. Teach.
My answer for a bunch of relationship questions, but there's a fear of being alone.
So you take a goofball. So you value the camaraderie of a goofball more than spending time with yourself. Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Well, I mean, I think we've already established that, we be
Hmm.
goofing too. So it's two people goofing together. But yeah, when you look at like the alternative of like, maybe I'll have to be by myself for a while or indefinitely, like, you know,
And next question, when did women start saying that I need to be by myself indefinitely with all these men out here? Like where'd that narrative come from?
because a lot of y'all be goofing. I mean, it's like
Oh, so y'all don't match the
you
goofiness.
waiting, you
Hold,
holding
hold,
up for somebody
hold,
who ain't
hold
goofing, you
on, hold
might be
on,
waiting.
hold on. The women who are augmenting their appearance because they don't want to be authentic are now saying we the goofballs,
I'm
which is
saying
okay.
it's shared goofiness, is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
I just I just want to hear the whole piece. I just want to hear the whole piece about the spirit. I just want to hear the whole thing. Thank you so much. I just want to hear the whole thing. Make sure it's shared goofiness. Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Very, very, very interesting. Um, what was that second question that you asked? You asked another question that was also extraordinary. Let's get it over. What to say? Wait. Oh, let's go back over here. Where'd your picture go? Oh, wait. Let's go back over here. Go back over here. And you said your other question was, do I come across women often who aren't cut out for monogamous relationships?
I think you answered that one too.
That's a very interesting question. Do I come across women often who aren't cut out for monogamous relationships?
Can I give you some context?
Please.
Okay, so I think, well, I know I've said this. I don't know how many people really say this, but I know in general, like certain conversations with women, we will often say that I actually told somebody this the other day. I don't think men are necessarily cut out for monogamous relationships. And I think usually when that conversation is being had, that's what it always comes out as is men are not cut out for a monogamous relationship. So I was asking, like, well, do you ever hear that said about women? Like, is it a two-way street?
Well, first I want to acknowledge that I hear all the time that men aren't cut out. I hear the goofiest women saying that men aren't cut out for polygamous or polyamorous relationships, right?
For poly or for monogamous ones?
Poly.
Okay.
No woman, I've never heard any woman on planet Earth say that a man is not cut out for monogamy. Never. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard a woman be like, oh, you just ain't cut out for monogamy. Or, I mean, like in general. Me, yeah, they say it about me. They say it about me. They're wrong because the thing is, I'm past it. So there's kindergarten, middle school, high school, PA. All these are education, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's levels and you get certain things at each one, right? polygamy is right around 7th grade. Monogamy is like 1st and 2nd grade. So do you know anybody who graduated from high school at 7th grade?
Nope.
One more time.
Nope.
It don't happen, right?
Right.
So then there's got to be something after polygamy, after poly, everything. PhD level is what I'm shooting for.
What does that look like?
Authentic.
Elaborate, please.
These are people who know that being authentic is going to produce harmony in their household. And if you get a group of people who are authentic, that entire village is going to thrive, even if it's only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 30 people. Everybody's got to be authentic for that household to have harmony. Because what causes non-harmony? What causes confusion? When somebody's lying. But here's the other problem. My sisters who give birth to things, you ladies are incubators. You hold the seed, it develops, you deliver it, you give life to things. We give y'all an ideal, y'all give us a master plan. We give y'all a little bit of stress, y'all give us a migraine. Y'all are incubators. So when you all deliver, niggas ain't this. When y'all deliver, men can't be honest. When y'all deliver this rhetoric into the world as possessors of magic, then you jack the system up, because now you're programming, you're passing on this raggedy ass script that someone gave you that you haven't rewritten, that's been scratched over for 300 or 400 years. It's the same script that says, be afraid of the white man. It's the same script that says, money doesn't grow on trees. What you mean money doesn't grow on trees? Money does grow. Money does grow on trees. If you know what you're doing. How many of y'all have heard that money doesn't grow on trees? You ever heard that?
Sorry, you cutting up.
Uh-oh, Joy Man is coming home. You might be in trouble. Uh-oh. We don't want your man to walk up in here and be like, who that on the TV? He got on a black t-shirt. I'm jealous. You must be having sex with him. He got on a black shirt.
Oh my goodness, like I'm not in enough trouble. Oh yeah. You Here you go.
I always wonder why women talk about they in trouble.
You know, we just had a whole conversation about keeping the peace. That's what it means.
No. I said y'all keep the peace by being inauthentic. I ain't talking about I never talk about keeping the peace. I'm not entering a relationship to be peaceful. I'm entering a relationship to be authentic, which will lead us to peace. It's gonna be some choppy waters before you get out to smooth sailing. What I had some let me see here. As long as I can have 5 hubbies, we good. I'm laughing. Joy is laughing for both of us. I don't even need to comment on this. Miss Nina, maybe you came on late or something like that, but I don't feel that there's a black woman in America currently who can handle 5 husbands. Just want to be clear. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to tell you, on Instagram, there's a site called Black Polyamorous or Black Polyandry or something like that. And there's some sisters on there advertising and saying, I'm looking for 2 kings. I love all them women. I like every one of those pictures. They're not my type, because just like physically, I'm looking for a type 2, maybe 1 or 2 of them. But where I'm at right now, I'm looking for a certain age too. Like I done got real nasty at this point. Where I'm at right now, I'm looking for a certain age, period. I'm looking for a certain zodiac, certain age. I'm like, it's crazy. Like most women do this when they're younger and they get older, they may have to start settling. I did the opposite. I was just whatever when I was younger, but now, no way. Now I want something super specific. If she want two kings, I only got one thing to tell her. Joy, you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
A king and a slave ain't got nothing to talk about at the dinner table. Interpret that for me. I'm gonna say it again. I want you to interpret it. A king and a slave have nothing to talk about at the dinner table.
You
Interpret
want
this.
you want
Interpret.
me to interpret this?
Yes.
I'm like, who's supposed to be the slave? I don't think I would have touched that one at all.
If you got two husbands or two kings, who's cooking, Joy?
One of the three of y'all, I would hope.
Ain't gonna be no one of the three. If it's two men, I'm not cooking nothing.
Why?
Cause you ain't got no job. You cooking. You ain't got no job.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
How would you have two kings and still be working a job? You goofy. Ladies, if you got two niggas and you working a job, it's three goofballs and you the captain. Okay?
Okay, so please go back to why is it a king and a slave situation?
Listen, if it's you got two men, who's cooking dinner? You or one of them two men?
Let's say she's cooking dinner.
No, you cooking dinner. You, Joy.
What?
You cooking dinner.
All right, I'm cooking dinner.
Now, while you're in the kitchen, where your two men at?
I don't know. Oh, this was not my scenario.
Y'all can tell Joy don't have no plan on getting two kings.
I do not.
You don't have no plans on getting two kings.
This is not my scenario.
Joy, they're at the table waiting for you to bring the food out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right? Right?
Sure.
So you're in Joy, you ain't never been in a situation where two men was talking and you excused yourself from the room?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
So the man could talk.
Girl, I love you. Mwah. I love Joy. Mwah. Mwah. I'm getting sweet on her now. I might have to shoot my shot in the DM. Wow. She said, because I don't need to be around all that. They talking, I'm gonna go over here, right? Now, if it's two kings that you left alone to talk, what do you think that conversation is gonna be like, Joy?
I would hope it's some master building going on at that table.
Talk about it. Talk about it, Joy. Come on with it. Come on with it. But Joy, if the sister for some reason had one king and one slave at the table while she went in there to cook, what kind of conversation is gonna go on?
Not much on.
Because
king and a slave don't have nothing to talk about.
What's the slave talking about at the table?
Shit, his woes probably.
And what's the king talking about at the table? Starts with a W.
Starts with a W.
If the slave is using the W with a woe, what's the king talking about that starts with a W?
Can it be wins?
Wisdom, wealth, things the slave can't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, if you can bring two kings to the table, it's a win-win situation. But a lot of you ladies who say, oh, he can have two, so I can have two, you go out and go get you, you might be with a slave, ladies, and go get you a king, and then try to tell your slave at the house, let's open the relationship up. And the slave be like, the slave think his woes are gonna double. God dang. So that's why when the sister say, "Are you open to the sister dating other people?" As long as it's the same caliber as what you got already or better. If you bring another OE to the table, you got dang right you can date other people. I'm looking for a joker like me with the power I got and the magic I got. Joy, repeat after me. I'm gonna do some. You want some free coaching tonight? More free coaching. You ready?
Whoop, whoop.
You have to repeat after me. You ready?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
We ain't gonna say your man, but we just gonna say your man's name is him over there. Okay? Him over there. Say him over there.
Him over there.
This ain't your pussy.
This ain't your pussy.
It's just your turn.
What? Why are we saying this?
Come on. It's just your turn.
It's just your turn.
That way he'll grow up immediately. Because a lot of men think that because they're having sex with you, that is their coochie cat. That's my pussy. No, it's just your turn, brother. It's just your turn. And when he realized that, it'll be much easier for you to have another king. Because then you're going to be able to tell the other king the same thing. I already got a king at the house. You want to talk to me too? I'm gonna have two kings. But it's still one rule. It's not your pussy, it's just your turn. This is empowering. This puts you back in the center. There is no peace to keep but you. You own yourself. When I gotta keep the peace, I gotta sacrifice, I gotta do all this right here. That's not love. That's a actress or an actor. Right.
Look, that's some heavy stuff. Woo! All right.
That's isms. We call that isms. That's the game.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? I had to give you this game because you agreed to come on here tonight. You wanted to pick my brain.
I did.
So we saved you a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? And you got some wisdom. I hope. Hey, Monique, Nubia Sunshine. Hey, Queen. How you doing? Yeah. And women should tell men, really, men should already know that. It's not my pussy. It's just my turn. But it's so many goofy dudes out here. I could make a video called "Why Are There So Many Goofy Men?" but nobody will come and watch it. You know what I'm saying? This title, nobody will come and watch it. Nobody will come and watch it. Because like you said earlier today, it's a co-goofy thing going on.
I was like, drop a one if you would watch it.
Yeah, right. I want to see that. My man Brandon said, "Tell me, oh yeah, I say the same thing. If you find another nigga similar, let me know too. I could use all the dope friends I can find." If I had a woman who had another dude that had the resources I had, I'll be so happy. And she knew astrology. And she was like, "Oh, I've already done all of our charts. This is gonna work." Yes, honey. I'm going down to the Jaguar dealership right now. Would you like the 2020 or the 2021? And she would be like, "No, I want the Tesla 2022, white with the peanut butter seats." And I'm gonna say, "Yes, honey, I'll be right back. I'll be right back." Or she may say, "I want 10 acres of land in Belize." And I'm gonna say, "I'll be right back." That's what will happen if we started having more authentic sisters. So that's why I have to like kind of clear my space out. Because I'm not in it for the numbers. I don't need an ego boost of a whole bunch of sisters just so I could like have my jollies or something. That's not working for me. Somebody says too often we as women play with the court jester, pretending he's the king. Then we get upset when we realize the clown was always a clown.
Speak on it.
You know the three type of men, don't you, Joy? Have you been watching my videos?
I missed the 3 type of men.
Would you like me to share that real quick?
I would love that.
Okay. Wait a minute. We have a question over here on Instagram. Is the intention to build economics? Is the intention to build economics in poly, or is it physical pleasure? I don't know anything. Sweetheart, you may have to type that question again. The intention for me to build economics is whenever me and you look at each other. I'm trying to make some money with Joy right now. She can stay she can stay with him over there. For me, the goal is always economics.
Please speak on it.
It's LAW, law, love, abundance, and wisdom. So I already love Joy. I got that covered. Now let's get to some money. How can we break some bread? I'm gonna use this video to make some money. Thank you, Joy. There we go. And then wisdom. I'm learning from Joy from some of the things she's saying. So economics is always the goal, boo, when it comes to me. All right. What up, melanated nature queen? I'm hoping to see all of y'all in Tai Chi class too. Sunday. Don't be out here looking crazy. So let's talk about the 3 type of men real quick for Joy, because Joy needs to know this. Now, Joy.
Yes.
You already sitting down, right? Because have you rolled your reefer up? You might need a joint. Some of y'all gonna need some weed off of this one right here.
Ah,
damn. Right. It's okay. It's okay. Somebody said, don't forget the shares in Tesla. You're absolutely right. Oh, ye be doing, what's that saying? Oh, ye be dropping jewels. I'm doing the best I can. Men don't own the pussy. Talk about it, Dwayne. Talk about it. Talk about it. Molly, what was the empowering quote? Because I didn't even hit this. I'm trying to get all that. What did I say? If not, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. Forbidden Flower asked a couple of questions. Wait, what did she say? I'm gonna need the first part of that. Bay says, I have 2 kings in mind, but my hubby doesn't want to share me. He's my twin flame. No, he's not, Bay. He's not your twin flame. That's a lie. And the other is my soulmate. Not losing my twin flame, so guess I'll sit down. LOL. Twin flames and soulmates are not the same. Most of us, you can have several soulmates, but you're only going to get one twin flame. That's another conversation. I want to get to the 3 types of men. Okay. Somebody says, oh, God and God has blessed you both. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate that. That's right. I'm coming. A joker, a prince, and a king, if I remember correctly. I'm about to drop it on that. Hold on one second. I'm coming right back. For a large percentage of women, marriage is like landing a dream job. Then a couple years later, demanding half ownership in the business that hired you. Quantum Vortex spoke this very same quote a little while ago, and I still agree. Because he edited. He said for a large percentage of women, not all of them. She got a dream job. Now she won't have ownership in the business that hired her. She didn't invest in it. That's where I have a problem is, ladies, y'all not investing in the relationship by coming with that astrology. When you come with the astrology and you come with I love my authentic self, then you can ask for half. You can ask for more than that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Molly had to go ahead and type it up here one more time. Men don't own the pussy. It's just his turn. I know that's right. Ooh.
Oh, that was the empowering quote. Got it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yes. Okay, got it. These fake ass twin flames use that for ownership. Talk that talk. Talk that talk, sister. Talk that talk. I was asking, isn't a poly relationship between all parties? If not, isn't that considered an open relationship? Forbidden Flower. I love you too because you asking good questions too. I can love you and Joy. See, watch this. Mwah, mwah. There's enough love out here for both of y'all, right? So open relationship, open means honest. Can everybody type that? Open means honest. I guess I'll type it. Open means honest, not multiple. Voila. Take that. It doesn't mean multiple. It means honest. So you can be open in a monogamous relationship. I think I might have went over somebody's head. Let me slow it down and say it slow for the third graders. You can be in an open relation. You should be in an open relationship as a monogamous couple. You should be able to be honest with your partner. That is open. Okay. Now let's get back to what the three type of men. There's the court jester. That makes up about 93% of the men out here. Joy, tell me what your definition of a court jester is. When you think of court jester in the movies, what do you think of?
A fool.
Yep. But what is his position in the royal court?
He entertains, he distracts.
Who does he entertain?
Royalties.
And how does he entertain? What's his number one job, starting with a P?
Number one job starting with a P.
He pretends.
Ah.
He pretends he is someone he is not.
Got you.
He's always mocking someone. He's an actor. He's a professional pretender because he has to make the king laugh. Otherwise, the king will kill him, right?
Right.
So he must be good at his job, right? Mm-hmm. So what happens when he gets off work? He go to the bar and keep pretending. So now he's pretending he's a king to this chick at the bar so he can get some coochie. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no wisdom. He doesn't have a position in the royal court. He's a professional pretender. So when he get off work, he just keep pretending. I'm a straight shooter now. And when I coach and somebody pay me, oh my God, I really be, woo. So I'm practicing all the time. So he's a professional pretender, but he'll get you pregnant and then be like, what I do? You knew I was a court jester. Ninety-three 93% of the men out here, court jesters. Ain't no future in the front. Now, there's 7% left. 4% are princes. They're on the royal lineage. They have the education. They have the look. They have the money. But they do not want to be the king. They want the king to take care of everything, and they are irresponsible and rich. And I speak well. And that's going to get me some pussy too. And he'll get you pregnant. And your baby might be on the lineage of the royal family, but your baby will never be king.
Dang.
So this baby can look at the court jester baby and say, oh, my bloodline a little bit better than yours. And at least I know who my daddy is. That's all you got on this other human being? Y'all still the same, fool. Both of your mamas got played. One mama fell for the pretender. She didn't know how to authenticate because she wasn't authentic. So it was easy for the court jester to snatch her up and get that thing, get that wop, and get up in there. The other one, she saw the prince and saw all the glitz and the glamour. And she was like, oh, I'm going to just take that. And she fell up in there and gave him the wop and got the baby, and then he was out. He wasn't present. He wasn't trying to expand the kingdom. He wasn't teaching the child about military operations. He wasn't teaching the child about finances. He wasn't teaching the child about war and peace and relationships and alliances and legacies and sciences and mathematics and religions and mystical art. That's the 3%. That's the king. That's where I'm at. Now, currently, half the kings are married.
So we have what, 1.5%
of available kings. And they looking to expand. They ain't looking to compete with no woman. They looking to build sciences. They looking to go international places. Money not an object. They have plans. They're the right hand of God on earth. They want you to be the queen, not the princess. But they see you done had 3 babies by the jester, 2 babies by the prince. Or if you ain't had none, and then you get to them, you ain't even had no relationship training to even know what a queen really does, because now you acting like a jester. Damn, say it one more time for this.
I said, dang.
Damn. It ain't no true queen training out here. It's really not a lot of king training out here either. Especially for black men, because they hunting us down. Black Lives Matter, that's cool, but you better be looking for Black Kings Matter. Black boys just don't automatically grow up to Black kings. You have to be trained. It's a training. It's an initiation. It's a schedule. It's a system. Where my joint at? I got a thing over here that says success is not a system. Success is not a secret. It's a system. So what are the ladies going to do when there's only 1.5% of available kings? They're going to have to share. And it is not a problem, because here's the one truth that you ladies just don't want to tell. Joy, is there a woman on planet Earth of any race, ethnicity, or religion that wants a man up under her 24/7?
No. Well, maybe. Perhaps, but it ain't this way.
Ladies in the chat room, do you know any woman anywhere in the world who wants a man up under her 24/7? Please answer yes or no in the chat room.
I know your Facebook thread said no too.
No.
No.
Not me. Not I. That's no for the majority. Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. No's. Everybody. Look, she's talking about no, not 24/7. No. Now watch this right here. Joy gonna speak for all. Look, the no's are still coming in. They're still coming in. Listen, Joy, why don't women want men up under them 24/7?
You can't be about your business and be up under me 24/7.
That's one. And then what's the other one?
What's the other one?
Don't you need time to do your own thing?
Definitely.
hey, go be up under Susie. I'm gone for a second. I need to check out. Matter of fact, I need to check out for like a month and keep my benefits.
It'd be like that.
Wait a minute, what'd you say, Joy?
I said it'd be like that.
You mean to tell me that if you was in a relationship with a man and it was you, a man, and another woman, and you needed to just have your own space because you needed to go through something alone for 1 month, you wouldn't mind him and her just having sex 4 or 5 times a month? That wouldn't bother you?
I've been in a poly relationship before. That's been my experience. Hey, it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
You got my whole shirt jumping. You got the whole psychedelic jumping. You want to go over there? Are you telling me that's one of the benefits of being in a poly relationship is when I need my time as a woman, that nigga ain't gonna be bothering me.
Yes.
I don't feel like having sex this month. Don't ask me for no coochie. Ask Tawana. Tawana should already be, her neck should be moving and bobbing before it always get out your mouth. You shouldn't even be having to ask Tawana twice.
Oh, look, now I feel like your chat is about to blow back up.
Uh-oh. They talking. And we can have a separate suite if we living in the same house. Separate wings, not suites, wings. Right. Shanika said, come back happy. Woo, talk that talk. She said, I'm in my bag and he need to be in his too. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, look at the women. Need my space and rejuvenate to be within my own aura. Talk that talk. Woo, go find something to do and go get some money. Talk. Hey, Forbidden Flower. Oh, hey, cutie. She kind of chocolate too. I don't know whether that's your representative right there, but I like her. Yes, yes. Shanika said, I got my own identity. She said, exactly. You're not busy enough, sir.
I like ya.
Whoa. Bree said, I like to be up under who I'm with. Ooh, she got the smirk on her face too. Shanika said, I need a large house. I need the opposite side. Right, exactly. So she said, you're trying to justify your self-wants. Key, what that mean? Oh, by the way, I have my future movie coach on here. So I hire coaches. Y'all be like, ooh, he's dope. He's a coach. So I've been tracking this sister. Y'all follow her. KEYSHALEETV. I'm going to put her Instagram in over here real quick. I want y'all to follow her. I want all of y'all to follow her. KEYSHALEETV. Okay. I want all of y'all to follow this sister right here because she's a bad majama. And this is who's going to teach me how to make my movies, because I want to make my movies on a budget, right? So she has 1,600 followers. Y'all need to be 1,700 by the end of the night. It needs to be at least 100 of y'all, or all 52 of us need to be following this sister right here, okay? So this is my coach. She don't even know it yet. I've been tracking her down to coach my nephew, but really I want to come to she teaches children how to make films with cell phones. And I'm like, can I come? And she's like, it ain't for adults yet. And so now she's written a book and y'all need to get down with the get down. So please follow her. But she was like, you're trying to justify your self-wants. Listen, I want my time too, because that's the other reason. If I got 2 women, what y'all gonna do when I need my time to myself? And see, men ain't thinking about that no more. Because when you come in and you coming in with that lust, and then you're telling the woman that you was gonna be banging their back out, then you done inseminated them. They brought it into their incubator, and then they're coming back out with that energy like, okay, I'm coming off my cycle. I want to have sex. Oh, I'm about to go on my cycle. I want to have sex. Nigga, what if you like need to get the grant finished typing and you're the grant writer, but they do other things, but they don't write grants, or there's a deadline you need to meet, but she want to have sex. because you put that out there as a man. See, there's no harmony there. That's why I don't even deal with I'm poly no more. People look at me all the time and like I remember my sister, she was like, I had somebody to introduce you to, a really nice girl. I think y'all will do well together, but I forgot you poly. I was like, how you gonna make up the decision for me what I am? I'm authentic. I'm authentic first. That's the only kind of relationship I'm looking for. I can be happy with one, two, or four. Normally it's an even number for me. And I can be happy, damn near happy by myself. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what I'm saying? Like little company, come visit, going back to the crib. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I do want long term though, but it's got to be right. It's got to be right. And I got to be right with me. And so a lot of cats, when they come into like poly, and that's why I say, are women cut out for polyamorous or polygamous relationships? Are they? If they not, then why are you talking about it? Why are you bluffing? Stop bluffing. Everybody need to quit bluffing. And the women need to quit bluffing first. When you was like, no, we gotta do this together. No, y'all got the pussy. That's what we follow. So for me, I changed up the type of pussy that I'm following. I came up with some, I started visualizing a different type of pussy that I'm following. I wanted some pussy who knew astrology, who meditated, who put magic with her astrology, and who are ready to get the bag and support me and not try to use the vagina as a weapon when she's upset. Now, you know, already know I'm looking for a thin class just off of the. When I started talking, I said, I'm looking for somebody to study astrology. I'm looking for somebody to study astrology and meditate. I'm looking for somebody to astrology, meditate, and magic. And she ain't gonna stress me out and use the pussy as a weapon. Joker just started getting tiny. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, but she exists, and I'll be happy with one of her. Then we can work on cloning her or let me build her platform. Everybody's like, oh, look how I'm on Facebook and YouTube. I'm on 2 YouTube channels and Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I want to take my knowledge of marketing and put it behind my woman. I can't find the age specific, intention set female I'm looking for yet. So I'm not looking. She's gonna eventually, you know what I'm saying? She's eventually gonna roll up on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here getting ready.
That's what's up.
What it say? All that and then some. No other way for me, hands down. I don't know exactly what she means. Man, hold up. Ain't nothing like being one deep. My man told me yesterday, brothers, if you're listening and you just ain't typing because you're scared, let me tell you one thing. This is both for men and women, but brothers, you better believe this right here. One thing is hard to find. Well, something you can't find is a new old friend. You can't find a new old friend. My man told me yesterday, he called me, I needed some therapy. He started dropping it. He from the streets. He's street too. But he also was quoting Elijah Muhammad. He also was talking about whipping them things. He also was talking about Donald Trump. When I finished, I said, yo, what I owe you? He said, man, your money ain't no good here. He said, you irreplaceable. He said, one thing I can't find is a new old friend. He said, I've been with you since 94. Where am I get another one of you from? He 26, we 26 years deep. If he changed his phone number, I might die. He ain't on no social media, neither. I don't know his email or none of that. What? And when you do, it's like my man Everett. This my man Everett right here. He my newest old friend. Everett, I ain't letting Everett go nowhere. If Everett changed his phone number, I'm going to New York and kill everybody till I find him. This my new old. I'm gonna be with Everett for my next 26. I'm gonna be 75 years old. Everett gonna be like, I've been knowing him for 70. I've been knowing him for 25 years. I know what he's talking about. I ain't been knowing Everett, but like a little less than a year, maybe 1 year total. I ain't been knowing Everett 2 years, but Everett done took the place of like 50 niggas for me. I'm straight. I go pie. I be so selective. Let me get that one. I don't need these niggas. I got me an Everett. I got Mooney. Mooney said, what? This is mature poly empire building. I call it mature, authentic empire building. And it poly can fit into what I'm doing. Poly can fit into what I'm doing, but a woman who wants to be exclusively monogamous cannot fit into what I'm doing because I'm not here for her insecurities. Let me say that one more time. I ain't here for her insecurities, and I don't want her to be here for mine. I want her to be like, you better grow up. I told somebody that recently, my ex. I said, yo, you better shut up and grow up. If you love me, you wouldn't tell me to shut up. I say, yo, you talking foolish. I said, I done tried all the expensive things. I got to get street with you now. It seems like you ain't understanding all the nice things I had to say. You need to shut up because the magic coming out your mouth is low level. You're not talking like a queen, so be quiet around me. I'm trying to protect this. What you say in church? Get thee behind me, Satan. Uh-oh. My man Amari said, he said this morning in South Africa. Now my man done already told me I got to go out of the country to find what I'm looking for. Joy, you turned your head sideways and started scratching. Your body language is changing up here. Can you talk to me a bit here, Queen, about why you're turning your head and scratching your forehead off of this comment I made because the brother suggested that I leave the country to find what I'm looking for.
Just that it's not the first time that I've heard that. I think it's unfortunate. I'm not going to say it's not necessarily true that you might not have an easier time, but I just think it's unfortunate. That's why I turned my head.
It's unfortunate that I'm trying to secure my peace.
No, I mean, I think this is unfortunate that that's, what you might need to do. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It seems like you have some very lovely ladies in your chat room, so maybe you don't.
Oh, hold on. They representatives. They pictures in their circle look pretty good. Let's get clear. I ain't catfishing nobody. Hold on. Let me pull mine to the front. This okay. Let's be clear. I ain't catfishing nobody. I don't know how old them pictures are. I got some of them that ain't got no pictures. So yeah, it's all good. But it's about, I'm gonna tell you, for me, the source of erectile dysfunction is that mouth. And that mouth, yeah, you can have all of this stuff going on, but this mouth right here, I'll be like, I'm good. What my man say you can create it, bro. It's the only way. I'm going to Africa and give them a shot though. I done gave American women 50 years. Why can't I give them some African women 5 or 10 years? They deserve a shot at all this goodness. I am obviously not fishing in the pond that I'm looking for. Where's she at? 50 years.
Does that go both ways too? We need to take a trip to Africa.
If you got yourself together like I do, and you still can't find the cat, but it's not a lot of y'all that's in the position where, like I am, that are conflict free. I'm a conflict free brother. Most women are not conflict free.
Okay.
Don't go to another country and you still got conflict with yourself. Okay. Don't go to another country and you can't be authentic. Oh, I looked over at Africa. The ones that's got the big lashes and makeup to cover all this, the whole top of the forehead, I swipe left. I ain't looking for that. Keeping it popping. Somebody asked me, this is funny right here. What are my thoughts on Nature Boy and his setup? Joy, is Goof Troop a compound word or that 2 words? Is Goof Troop 1 word or 2 words?
Yeah, 2 words.
Okay, so Goof Troop is my answer. What am I on Nature Boy and his setup? Goof Troop. Yeah, Goof Troop. Nature Boy is gullible, and so he attracts gullible people. That's my words on that. and he's goofy, and so he attracts goofy. And there's goofy people that can go out of the country and buy land and get you to give them money to support them who got mental issues. Goofy people got mental issues, but he's real goofy. He has a goofy setup, and he has goofy followers who go back and forth with him. That's how I feel about that. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the dude. So what does it say? Those women don't hold your story in their wombs. We do. Excuse me, sister. What are you talking about? You don't hold my story in your womb. You don't know my story. What you talking about? What do you mean those women? Those women have been raised to support men, to be in relationship. They don't get divorces in Africa like we do over here. They don't have an 85% divorce rate over in Africa. African women don't lead the diaspora in Africa per capita in abortions like black women do in America. So don't tell me that black American women hold my story in their womb. That's parroting. That's another thing I have a trigger about. When people parrot what somebody else said as if it's authentic. I don't know what you're talking about. I got the right to go find my peace. I ain't in jail and I ain't dead, and I'm 50 years old looking like I'm 35. Got LLCs coming out my ear. Can sit up here right now and trade Forex, blockchain, oil, and futures right now. Can pull up any chart. Anybody out here want to see me one-on-one can get it. Human design, astrology, numerology, tarot. I ain't that good tarot. Cartomancy. Don't tell me you hold my story in your womb. If you held my story in your womb, you'd be like, I can do those things too. So you don't hold my story in your womb. So don't minimize me. That's a trigger for me. I don't let people minimize me. And I'm not here to keep the peace. I represent God, and I'm the sun, and you the moon. The sun don't circulate around the moon. That's a big problem here in America. Women don't know supreme mathematics. The man is the sun, the woman is the moon, and now they want the man to go rotate around you. The moon ain't got no gravitational pull. You got emotions. Your emotions could be zigzagging at any time, any kind of way. And the black man in America can't be caught zigzagging off of his emotions. You know how many times women have called black men and their emotions little bitches? Joey, I can't hear you. One time for your mind.
I'm laughing. I'm guilty of the same.
Do you know some other women guilty of said crime?
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Black women in Detroit will call a man a bitch quick.
In a second.
So don't come at me talking about I'm holding. No, you don't. I don't want to hear that. What you said, hot mess was there last year. There were more weaves and bleach their skin more than African women. And that's a shame. But you weren't in all of Africa, honey. You was only in one country. You was only in one country, right? And there's some goofy parts of Africa too. I ain't going there. I'm gonna be as selective over there as I am here. Ain't like I'm gonna go to Africa and just be like, oh well, I'm gonna just stop off everywhere. Shadow work is essential. A lot of people don't know what shadow work is. I should explain that. We've been on here almost 2 hours. Jokers definitely don't even know what shadow work is. You just be out here parroting. Oh, I'm not fussing, baby. I'm not fussing. No, don't take this as fussing. You came in late. I'm answering the story. I'm answering a question, and we just going off vibing. But I'm absolutely not fussing. No. I just don't do the generalizations when somebody. There's people on Instagram. They can't see the screen. We're having a whole other discussion over here with it's a whole bunch of chats going on and stuff like that. I'm just talking. What Shanika say? Talk heavy, OE. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk heavy. Shadow work ain't easy. No, baby. I ain't. Listen, I know I don't got to fuss because I got a plan. I got a plan to have an amazing weekend. I'm gonna have an amazing, spectacular weekend. This is what I'm talking about. That's why I talk so heavy. Yeah, I'm a visionary. Let me talk about kings. Kings, we go with the vision. We don't deal with the past, we deal with the vision. What's the vision? Is the vision happy and whole? What up, National Internet Council in the building?
Whoop whoop.
Might even have to drop us 5 grams this weekend. You might have to take some mushrooms and some chocolates or whatever this weekend. You know what I'm saying? And. I have all types of surprises in store for this weekend. That's all I'm gonna say out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. I'm talking real boss heavy right now. Yes, yes.
Yeah, you look excited.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be playtime here around here shortly. Um, be nice if you drop some knowledge on shadow work, homie. Okay, we got a request for shadow work. Let me get into that right there, real. Yes, honey. Yes.
Can I sign off while you delve into this?
Yes, 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 yes. If you need to go, you can catch the replay if you need. That's okay.
All right. Thank you for having me on.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Peace.
Peace. She already gave us all her time. She was like, I got to get up out of here. Well, if it looked like a duck, I know. All right. So shadow work, and if somebody else, nah, because that's 2 hours. After I do the shadow work, we getting off of here. Okay. All right. That's what we're doing. Heavy talking. Shadow work. How much time do I have on this Instagram? 3.5 minutes. Wow. Shadow work is when you go back into the shadows and rewrite the narrative. So what we're living now is a narrative that has been written by our hands or someone else's hand. When you go do shadow work, it doesn't mean to go be alone. You do shadow work with a pen and paper. You must rewrite the narrative on your soul, in your consciousness. You must have a conscious pen and a conscious piece of paper to rewrite the narrative of where the where the root of the injury occurred. Instagram, if this cuts off, go to YouTube immediately. Just go over to my channel on YouTube and you'll see this, or go to my Facebook page and you can pick it up right there. Okay? Because we only got 3 minutes and this might go past 3 minutes. So if you're on Instagram, just as cool just to go over to Facebook right now and you can finish following this conversation. Okay? When you do shadow work, because I'm gonna give 2 or 3 examples, you need to go to the scene of the crime. And a lot of us are not able to identify the scene of the crime because we are how do I say this? I'm trying to send my cousin a message right quick. Tell him to come through. Y'all know family first. That's how I feel. Okay. What is the scene of the crime? So let's say scene of the crime is you have abandonment issues and you are 47 or 37 or 27, whatever it is, right? When you go back and you say, here's the thing I need to work on, let me go in the shadows and find out where it first happened. So you go back and identify that when you were 4 years old, you wanted to sit on your father's knee and your father told you you couldn't sit on his knee because your other sister was sitting on his knee or your mother was sitting on his knee and he brushed you off and you really wanted to sit on your father's knee for security. And then you said, oh, you cried and cried and cried. And he told you to suck it up and shut your mouth. That came all the way to your present age. So from 4 to 27 was 23 years. From 4 to 37 was 33 years. From 4 to 47 was 40 plus years. And you've been holding on to that, right? And as you holding on to that, you got to rewrite it. You have to rewrite that. And when you rewrite it, you have to go back to that point in history, in your conscious, in your subconscious mind, eyes closed, and visualize and pick up the pen and write. My father stopped what he was doing, took the time out, put me on his knee, and told me everything would be all right, and hugged me and told me he loved me and would always be there for me spiritually, mentally, and physically, no matter what. Even if I wasn't there, I could just think about him and he would be there. He told me to remember this day of him hugging me, and I would always be secure. His arms would always be around me. And then he prayed over me and said, God will always be with you too. And then open your eyes. That's shadow work. If you go back to the incident and see what it is, but you don't rewrite the narrative, you didn't finish the shadow work. If you understand what I'm saying right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, please let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So please, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you understand how I just explained shadow work? 1 means you don't get what I just said. 10 means you fully get it. Please type in so I can see who's paying attention. Shanika said 10. She gets it. Ah. Yogi says 10. Jason says 7. Jason, if you want to let me know, because I probably did an example for a woman. Smiley Bear. Jacqueline says 9. Saphir says 10. I thought Jason was on. I thought I saw Jason put a 7 up. Amani YouTuber said 7. For the people who put in 7, please let me know. Oh, there was Jason. What happened that you didn't get it all the way? Jackie G says she gets it. Everett 100. Kelly 10. Star says 8. Got it. Okay. Let's do another. Somebody tell me where they have an issue now, and we'll go through, and I'll help you do the shadow work. Who wants a shadow work session? We'll do it right now. Somebody give me an example. Of course, I'm talking to my cousin. Oh, you've missed the first 100 minutes. It's okay. What if you don't know where your money, or your memory, what if you don't know where the memory stems from? It's okay. Just give me an example and I'll just make up something. Just give me an example of where you're at right now, or issue that you're dealing with right now. And I'll just make up something and you go halfway. This is an excellent question, Jacqueline. Give me an example of where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Do mushrooms help with the shadow work? 1,000,000%. It's easier on mushrooms to do shadow work. is easier if you know how to relax into it. If you know what shadow work is before you take the mushrooms, if you're just ready to face where it's at, because the injury that you're holding on to right now could be something really severe that you didn't want to confess to or say, like in your waking consciousness, but you're going to have the opportunity to rewrite it. So mushrooms help with that. Iboga, a lot of entheogens. Are we just closing our eyes and envisioning the hurt taking place and inserting what we would have liked to take place in writing, or our minds, or both? You could do both. I like to do shadow work in the shower because real shadow work will make you cry. So there's no better place for you to be authentically crying and hurting and healing and then recovering all in the shower, because you're washing this thing away from you. In real shadow work, you want to wash it away from you, doing different baths and things. But after the bath, you got to stand up and wash all that down the drain. I've always had insecurities, and I've always had inappropriate encounters with the adult men in my life. Inappropriate behaviors. Where did it start, and what is inappropriate? And would you like to come on and talk about it? I can have y'all know I can have up to 10 people on here, right? So I'm gonna just put the link in here. So if y'all click on the link, y'all could join the party, and then we could just talk about it and go way faster. Right. I love when somebody asks me these type of questions. So I say that times that. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Okay. My YouTube link on my channel is just OE Son. I'm not yeah, my channel. Yeah, my channel, you just go to YouTube and type in OE Son, I think. It should be. I hope it is, but that's what I changed it to. Guess not. It might be OE 517. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to go over there and type it and find it. I don't know like what that is. I couldn't end the night without checking. Venus is in Capricorn. I know that's right. So let's say you had inappropriate encounters with adult men in my life. And I guess this happened when you were little. And I guess as you grow up, I don't know exactly, so I'm just piecing this together off this little piece you gave me. And now when you look at men approaching you sexually, or you're taking it they're approaching you sexually, and you now have classified all the men that approach you as inappropriate behavior. But that's impossible. It's impossible for every man to approach you to be having inappropriate behavior. Right. I put the link in the chat. If you want to come on, you just click the link. Just look in the chat. I just posted the link in the chat. That's the link right there. All you have to do is, if you put that in, you'll be able to come on here, right? That's the link. All right. In your teenage years. Yeah, but how is it affecting you now? How is it affecting you now? So if it's affecting you now, as you think all men that approach you are inappropriate, is going back to whoever the men were that approach you inappropriately in your teen life. So you're going to have to identify who those people are specifically. Was it strangers? Was it family members? Was it your father? Was it your brother? Was it a combination of all of them? I know women whose brother watched them get raped and didn't say nothing about it. I know women that's got brothers that got them gangbanged and didn't do nothing about it, and the woman is jacked up about it still right now. So you have to, in shadow work, it is very scary. Do it in the shower or do it on some mushrooms when you have a sitter. Matter of fact, I need to talk to my man about the room. What are we doing? I love stuff like that. Then when you go to that area, then you will be able to start rewriting how you really wanted it to go. What is the ideal situation? Like you, let's say you're old enough to be a mother. What is the ideal situation you would want for a daughter? Because a daughter is a reflection of you. So what is the ideal situation that you would want for your daughter? Does that make sense? Somebody say, hey, how do you know if you're cut out for a poly relationship? Team Leo in Houston and Chicago. Yes, you super late to the party. Go look at your Venus. That's number one. Number two is how authentic are you? Can you tell the truth? Voila. That's the first part. We've been on here 2 hours and 11 minutes, and here you come. Your fine self. Super Live Life 2010. Brothers, I need a couple of y'all. I need to look up, I need to pull her chart up anyway and find out what someone I got. I know we're talking about shadow work, but I'm trying to hook up this sister right here and get her all the way together. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Don't worry about her real name. She got plenty of benefits too. Ow. Where you at? I don't have you in my phone. I have your human design chart. We're gonna hook you up later. It was my sister's father. And there you go. We have different fathers. So you go to that situation and you reprogram it on what should have happened. What should have happened? You ain't got to tell me what did happen, but what should have happened that situation would be right. Because you've been carrying around, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is inappropriate. So what is appropriate? What should he have done? And then you go rewrite that. When you've done shadow work, is it possible that one would have to redo the shadow work just by being around the people who are associated with you with our deep shadow work? Oh, Lucretia, you may have to do the shadow work a couple times because once you hit one thing in shadow work, something else. It's peeling an onion, especially Black women in America. Y'all holding so much trauma in your womb that y'all done forgot. When you just pick one thing, it's just gonna start unfolding. That's why you use the same technique over and over. It's not a silver bullet. It's like mushrooms ain't a silver bullet. This goes so much with our topic: are women cut out for polyamorous and polygamous relationships? Because if you ain't done no shadow work, you really ain't. You could be in a monogamous relationship. You could date one-on-one, but if you're talking about going into some poly, you're gonna have to get with the get down. You're gonna have to do some shadow work. Otherwise, you're just going over there for some more trauma bonding. My heart is beating fast because I never dug into this. Oh, yeah, you child was not expecting this tonight. Well, that's what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? Team transition. Most people who do shadow work don't cleanse themselves. You're right. I've been noticing a lot of people who delve deep into their past trauma but never release it. The trauma and the pain is stuck. You release it with the pen. Mutant vermix. You have to rewrite it. You can't just go visit it. Because they have a bull jive teacher. Thank you so much. You got a bull jive teacher who told you about this shadow work, and then you going over here doing some goofy stuff because you got half the instructions. I teach astrology, right? I got to put this example up. Share the screen. I guess I could do over here. I could do this. I could do that. Let's open up another one. I think astrology, right? Let's say you buy the course. I got this course on sale. When you come in here to sign in, you have to put the password in, right? And then these are the modules for this astrology course. Now, this astrology course costs you $300. I got it on sale for like, I think what I got, 20% off. Keep 22 is the discount code if you want to learn astrology. But what if I gave you this astrology course? It said it has 6 modules, right? In the last module, you're going to go, spinning the wheel, the grand finale, reading the aspects, the university. But what if I only gave you the first 2 modules? Or what if I only gave you, week number 2, lesson 1? What if I only gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? What if I only gave you these 7 videos right here? These 6 videos, but you paid for the whole course. That's what most people are doing in their shadow work. Yes, we have all of this for you. If you want to get into this from high level to eye level, that's why I don't even really be listening to it's a free astrology webinar if you just click on that. Oh, I have to change that link. Okay, Gabrielle, we gotta fix that. Oh, okay, we know how to handle that. So that link is broke, but we'll fix it. You want to join? You click here, add to the cart. Oh, I gotta fix all of this. You ain't accepting payments? It's okay. I know where to go. You still can get the course though. Don't get it twisted. Oh, I'm Johnny on the spot. Just go to OU517.com. Scroll down here to the bottom. The Coach Collier Keep It Simple Astrology course. This one is taking payments. You can believe that. Add to the cart. Check out. I think when you go to the add a coupon code, what is it? Oh, keep 33. That's $100 off. So you can get the course. Yeah, I'm giving it for 33% off. So yeah, you can get it for $200 if you want to take my astrology course. But anyway, let's just get back to what we're talking about, the shadow work. Y'all got a bunch of questions about this, don't you? Wowzers. Hope to meet you when you come out to the Bay. Oh, I will be out in the Bay area. Yes, we definitely need to pull that up and have something to say about that. If you're coming to Bidal, I will be in with Spirit Works, the Healing Hikes, the 31st, building on entheogens and astrology, Saturday on the 31st, and then also, this one. We're also going to be at the Sankofa Project, Living Museum from Africa to Oakland. Yes, Ancestors Walk With Me, and it's gonna be me and Baba Mudu healing ancestral wounds with plant medicine. Let's get it popping. I'll be in the Bay Area like all that week, really. So holla at me. Okay. When you say where did it start, that's what I mean by what if you don't know where the memory comes from? You are triggered but don't know why. I struggle with big emotions. Then you're gonna need help doing the shadow work. You ain't gonna be able to do it by yourself. Get help. I don't like men most of the time. LOL. then I don't know how you're gonna ever grow then if you just walk around with a I don't like people and then you just avoid them. Like what kind of life is that? You're gonna live an avoider life. Like there's so many people on the planet Earth, so you can grow. You're supposed to have relationships. Hold on. Jumpers is always talking. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Trying to take care of cuzzy cuz. Um, guess so. Whatever that means. That type of thing really messes with your head consciously and subconsciously. You be having issues in your relationships and not even realizing where they're stemming from. Absolutely. You did a beautiful job of explaining shadow work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You look like a therapist, Kate. Appreciate that. And to put the cherry on top, as an adult, I finally got the courage to share it with my mom. Yup, my Venus is in my fifth house. And she said since I didn't tell an adult, I must have liked what was going on. So are you cool with your mom being a piece of shit? Because only people who are a piece of shit respond like that. Like you really have to go to that level to be like, if your mother said that to you, she could have birthed you. That's another shadow work area. Your mother is abandoning you now. You could do shadow work on something recent. You ain't got to go all the way back till you were in your teens. You told your mother about it last year. Your mama gave you this answer. That needs shadow work too. Otherwise, the relationship between you and her is going to be cruddy. Venus and Gemini in the third house. I need my time to matter. I'm looking to only build with kings. Okay, I see you've been watching. I see you, Arlene. What it do? This is so important. Thank you for going deeper into this. You're welcome. Oh, it's a lot of messages I'm behind. So that only confirmed that if I did go to her, then she probably wouldn't have done anything. Anyway, it was a lot of dysfunction happening back then. It doesn't matter about it's about, are you going to do shadow work right now? Definitely come to the Bay. Yeah, I'm coming to the Bay. How much do you charge to read someone's chart in depth? Just right over here. And yeah, if you want a natal chart, everything is over here. Pick My Brain sessions, $4.99. Astrology and human design consultation is $500. Astrological and relationship language is $300. For children, it's $300. And the course is $300. And you can get it now for $200. So if it's business or marketing, then I should just make this $500, right? $4.99. This one's $500. It's $1 more. So that's what it is to do charts. Yes. There are no discounts on that. Will you have access to me if you had to take the astrology course? 1,000,000%. Those are the only people who I want to deal with is who taking my astrology course. Because you got homework. Really, like I want to leave doing a lot of charts so I can train my students to get them up to speed so they can take over my clientele that I've built for the last 12 years. Since 2008. Yeah, that's 12 years. Where do we find shrooms that's actually safe for consumption? You can send me an email and I could help you in your area. That's the fastest thing. I have a network. I know some people. So I don't know where you are. So if you send me an email, oyesun88 at gmail, oyesun88 at gmail, and include your phone number, I'll call you and We'll work it out. Get them cash app donations up, bro. I don't have Cash App, but I have Zelle and I got PayPal. They shut my Cash App down, but I do have PayPal. Same email, oye88, oyeson88.com at Gmail, and oye517 on Venmo. So I got Venmo, I got Zelle, I got PayPal. So whichever one, if somebody wants to do a donation, you just let me know, and I'll definitely let y'all get it right. You doing therapy right now? I've been to therapy, so that's what I do. Oh, I didn't mean to keep all this up. People with a lot of trauma need to cut all the negative cause of attachment. I've only been hearing about, I've only been shadow work recently, but that's the thing that healed me the most. It's a lot of stuff going on about cutting negative cause of attachment. That's a good topic. That's my issue as a Libra North Node. I need to build relationships and stop something. Stop avoiding people. Gotcha. What's the websites for the chart? oye517.com. oye517.com. When working through shadow work concerning your mother and not repeating patterns, where's the best place to start? Full moon, new moon, doesn't matter, rituals, or just setting intentions? What's the most recent memory? What's the one that's the most recent that you're dealing with right now that's at a 10? I like to start shadow work at what is a 10 right now. If you can't go all the way back to when you was little, then start with what happened 3 days ago. What happened 10 days ago? What happened 2 months ago? What happened 3 years ago? Did you have an abortion? Did you have a miscarriage? Did a nigga lie on you? Did you go to jail? Did the police run up in your house? Like, what happened recently? Did you not get a job? Did you get kicked out of a place because somebody wouldn't let you borrow some money? Like, start with most recently. The reason we sometimes in a cycle is because we apply old patterns to new levels of life expecting a different outcome, which is insanity. Talk that talk, Lucretia. Yes, I'm trying to get out of here. Y'all still putting comments. Can't wait to catch the replay. Venus and Aries in my 12th. So you're a Taurus rising? Okay, Ayana. What's up, Detroit? I see you over there. We women gather in Atlanta. Ayana, what you got going on in the A? Hit me. Let me listen. What you doing? I thought you stayed in doo-doo. Oh yeah, I meant to hit Ayana. Y'all see, I'm just taking care of all type of stuff right now, don't you? I don't even really be dealing with a bunch of people, but if you was at the Detroit Psychedelic Conference and you was psychonauting you and my family, you can't come through the A and not holler. I consider that highly disrespectful. Highly. You ain't even got to see me now, but you got to tell me I'm in town. You got to say something. It was about 5 years ago when I told her I don't think I'm mad about it anymore. That was generational dysfunction. Her mom was worse, and so how can I blame her? What you mean? You let them hold it. You tell both of them they're pieces of shit and keep it moving. Would you eat mushrooms growing in your backyard? Not if I didn't put them there. If you didn't lay a bed down to grow a specific type of mushrooms and you not a forager or a mycologist, absolutely not. I take some pictures. There's an app you can get on your phone that identifies mushrooms. Type in mushroom identifier, take a picture of it, it'll tell you what kind of mushroom it is. But nah, I'd either learn to grow my own or I would go get some dried psilocybin mushrooms from somebody, or I would have them myself. But like for me, I can find them myself. So I ain't gonna go ask nobody else. The couple generations before us didn't discuss feelings most of the time. The rapey uncle nobody talked about. They just ignored it. As an adult, I try to understand they didn't know better, but I do. Nah, there's no understanding. Those are people, they are pieces of shit. You have to be able to say that. They're pieces of shit. That's not even profanity. Like, I can apologize, but yo, that's a person that's a piece of shit. So I try to do better with them than with my kids. Yeah, but you have to set the record straight. As a Sag Venus, how do you approach polyamory without seeming aloof? How do you balance a Mars in the Aries 7th house? I always get the mean ones. Oh, you want a reading? Okay. As a Sag Venus, how do you approach polyamory without seeming aloof? How do you balance? First off, where's the other person's Venus? Mercedes makes a good point. Where's the other person's Venus? You approach by looking at, can the other person handle poly? You can't just be like, my Venus is in such and such. I need, who you dealing with? Me? If you're dealing with me, my Venus is in Gemini. Now we have a conversation. But there's no one formula for your Venus in Sag for all the other possible positions that Venus could be in. So I can't even answer that. Mars and Aries in the seventh house is domestic violence. You probably like conflict with partners. Now you gotta feel out how you keep your mouth shut. What is it that gets you to scrapping with a partner? I got some real homework. I really appreciate the time. This was a lot. You're welcome. I'm a Cancer sun, but I'm not that emotional. Sag moon and honey, we just talked about this. Not disrespect. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't no crybaby, and I hate emotional manipulation. Venus and Virgo, Mars and Gemini. Okay, she can go past. See, she went past her Capricorn rising. So if she's a Capricorn rising and she has, that puts Capricorn, Cancer, then Leo on the 8th. That'll put Virgo on the 9th. So that means you have Venus in Virgo in the 9th house, right? Yes. And then Gemini rules your 4th. Gemini rules your 5th house, where Mars is at. Oh, I was about to say something. I ain't gonna say nothing about the Mars and Gemini in the 5th sexually. I will say that you got hand speed, so you could box and take martial arts, and you like doing things with your hands. But I don't know, we didn't ask for no reading, so let me not go in. Thanks for your advice. A pleasure as always. Wash hands. Absolutely. I understand what you mean, for certain. What up, Adam Stars? We can get up out of here. May 18th. What up, boo? 27 degrees Taurus. My birthday, May 17th. Some of y'all didn't introduce yourselves. We getting ready to get up out of here. So y'all might as well introduce yourself. And also, did you share the video? So press 2 if you shared this video on Facebook. If you on YouTube, post it in your own Facebook. And then also, what city and state are you in, and what's your sun sign? So I'm Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Introduce yourself. And I got Venus and Gemini. This business that she just passing through. How you doing, Queen? It resonated why this talk was so profound. Okay. Man, now I want to dig into my chart. You should. Okay, good. That's all the comments. Love y'all. Taurus Sun, 8th house, Leo. What up? What up? Okay. Venus and Gemini in the 9th house, Mars and Aries. See, that's what I'm talking about. Dig deeper than some telling me where your Virgo, like telling me what your stuff. Oh, my man said put that Cash App up here. Okay, my PayPal and my Venmo. Oh yeah, my PayPal. Absolutely. My fault. My manager just texted me. Yes. There you got. There you have it. Absolutely. My bad. When my manager came in, he didn't want to hear that. Bong ba bong bong. that's it, fam. Appreciate y'all. I don't know what my Zelle is. Zelle, I mean, most of y'all got PayPal or you got Venmo. If it's got to be Cash App, you can send it to my man, and then he can give it to me. You can send it to Everett, whatever Everett's Cash App is. I know it'll get to me. There's a couple of jokers out here I trust like that. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Appreciate y'all so much for coming through, for staying with me for 2.5 hours. That was definitely not the case, what we was trying. Arlene, I'm going to see you in Oakland, right? That's what it do. Team Capricorn in Indiana, Venus and Gemini, Team Gemini in Raleigh, Venus and Taurus. Look at Raquel. You been in the cut. That's my accountant, everybody. Team Sagittarius, Venus in the fourth, repping New Mexico. What up? Team Pisces in the Bronx, Venus in Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces. Third house. I thought they were clapping hands. LOL. Team Gemini in Manchester, Virgo rising, Leo moon, Mars in Cancer, Venus in Gemini. Where your Jupiter at? You putting all that information out there? Team Taurus in Tennessee. What it do? Oh, Gabrielle, you know we got to fix that piece on the site. I might be getting ready to call you ASAP. We out here missing money, right? That's about it. I'm late. My birthday, May 17th. Your birthday the same day as mine? Mwah. You are delicious. Two of diamonds. I hand this Joan. Okay. I'm glad y'all. I'm glad somebody resonated. Word. Thank you. May 18th and May 17th, all up in here. I'll be meditating under the moon with you. Well, that's a daytime trip. I don't know what we doing that night. Y'all got some mushrooms in Oakland? Let's see. Scorpio Sun, Taurus Moon, Venus rising. I was 12:05. Man, listen, getting ready to get up out of here. Players. It's a wrap. Let's say prayer and get on up out of here. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Anabakol, Gijala Kimenka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Runadam, Chasagvanu, Taharanumara, Nagibor, the Shea Yegadeka, Kababa Shamra, Barkam Taram, Rankame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamla, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tufka, Nahel Adateka, Yakid Gael, Chapanez, or Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Lushman, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Baruk Shem, Kovomakuto, Alam Vaed. Big shouts out to the Portland Psychedelic Society, lacing me, my man Jason. I'm with them. If you like licking off shots, Portland, Oakland, Denver, Minneapolis, Atlanta. We're trying to do 5 psychedelic conferences next year. I don't know how I'm even pull that off. I'm gonna be in Africa too for at least a month and a half. Ow. All right, fam. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Oh, you got ooh, ooh, ooh. There we have it. Monique, that was timely. Good stuff. I don't know what that means. I'm jealous. I don't know mine. Oh, well, don't be jealous. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together. All right. She said, yeah, good. All right, we're going to holler at y'all. Peace.